Okay, hello everybody and welcome to our 13th annual Cannabis Convention here at the University of Victoria. Thank you and thanks everybody for tracking us down. We've had almost 13 locations it seems for our conventions and I hope this space works out well because being in the law building it's an appropriate venue. But there may be some issues with some things, so we may end up moving again next year, but I can assure you there will be a convention next year and the year after. In fact, this is a really exciting year for us because we have a convention here, and in 2 weeks we have a convention at UBC, our second convention there. And then 2 weeks after that, we have a convention at Vancouver Island University up in Nanaimo. And yeah, so it's a convention season for us here. And we're really looking forward to expanding onto more and more campuses. It's sort of just been confirmed. We're having a Hempology 101 club startup at Mount Allison University in New Brunswick. We have some students there that are already working with the club. They're going to change the name and dedicate it to Hempology 101. And so I'm really excited about working in another province and the fourth university. And hopefully we'll be expanding into universities and campuses through the United States and abroad in the next year because in April it hopefully will be the time when we publish the Hempology 101 textbook, which is in some ways a roadmap for the cannabis education that I've done with Hempology, and I'm really excited about getting the book out and touring across the country and having conventions and speakers engagements. So it's going to be a really exciting year for us. And so in fact, it's been an exciting week. While the attendance hasn't been great at all the events, I'm really trying to do too much at once, I find, all the time. This is the 7th event in 7 days. We have another event this evening I'll tell you more about later. But it's been a very busy week doing all sorts of things. And I really appreciate you folks coming to really what is the highlight of the week for me and most of us. Which is today. So some of the logistics before I get the speakers up here. The smoking policies have changed on campus, which is one reason why we moved it from the buildings in the Ring Road. If you're up on what's happening here, we're actually, in just a couple of weeks, on the 29th of February, we have what we're calling a referendum, which is a student referendum on the location of the 420 meetings that we have here every Wednesday, because there's a smoking policy that just came into effect last year that has within the policy an allowance for traditional ceremonies. And the weekly 420 meetings have been happening here for 13 years now, and it is a student tradition that did occur in the center of campus till September, when student security asked us to move outside of the Ring Road towards the student union building. And so we've been able to get the cooperation of the student union. The UVSS Board of Directors actually put this referendum on the ballot, so when the students vote for the Board of Directors, they'll have a choice on whether to support the 420s being a tradition of the U-Vic students. And we're really excited about this because it's the first time any university in Canada or the world has the opportunity to make 420 part of the student campus life. And so that's coming up. But even that exemption wouldn't let us have our circles after the conventions in the center. And so what I'm thinking for people that want to smoke is to just quietly go around the corner. And right here isn't very visible to many other people, and we won't complain if the smell introduction. We'll probably shut the doors so it doesn't. We don't want to lose our booking privileges here, or the windows, I mean. But that, in some ways, is probably the easiest, certainly the closest and best location for us to have a puff, either during or after the event. So that's one little logistical issue. I guess bathrooms then are on the hall that you came in on the one side. And to help recover some of the costs, we have a raffle. Honestly, half the time there's so many goodies in the raffle, we barely break even, but I love giving stuff away. So you can see the gravity bong sitting there beside the green tin, and there's some art and a bunch of other things, a couple of nights. Got a bunch of nice prizes. Got a book donated, Grow book by the Seed Bank. So $2 a ticket, $3 for $5 for 3 tickets, and we do the raffle at 4:20. So if you want to help out with any of the costs, please, that's the way to do it. There's a bunch of other free stuff there. I'd like to thank Diane for bringing her hemp display. She made that just for us today. Also writes the hemp articles in the newspaper. So I'm very keen on hemp, as you'll hear about throughout today. And in fact, I'm really keen on all of the speakers that we have today. Obviously, the first one I love dearly, but the others as well are very important to me in a lot of ways. Although I'm just getting to know Blake from the Good Hemp Seed, his work in the hemp fields, it actually is what got me involved in this in the first place, is to get people growing hemp and eating hemp and wearing hemp and breathing hemp. So I'm so glad to have Blake here today, but Kyla as well has been a very important part of my life the last few years, helping out a lot with our newspaper and some of our online work. And Dana I've known almost longer than anyone else in this movement. It's probably been 17 years that I've known Dana, because I would have met him in Vancouver back in the day. In fact, we owe a lot to Dana, because Dana organized the first ever Hemp 101 convention at Simon Fraser University in 1993. And that really is the root of what Hempology became. So has done more work than anyone in this province for the last 2 decades for the legalization of this plant. So I'm very, very happy to have Dana here as well today. But I should let them get up here and speak. So.